Hi, and welcome to Chester State Park. My name is Zach Setzer. I'm the park manager here, and today we're going to show you the day in the life of a park manager. Part of my job as a park manager is actually to make sure to account for all the revenue that the park generates. We collect our revenue through retail, admissions, as well as our reservations that we make throughout the week. And so each week, every park does this. We go through and we count up all the cash and make sure that it's deposited into the bank, and then we receive a bank deposit, and then we come back and we scan it into our computers and track it all through our revenue system. So today, I've already counted all the cash and gone to the bank. And so we are going to account for everything and upload our deposit slip before we submit it to our financial department for review. So once it's uploaded, it shows and everything matches, all the numbers match with the deposit slip. We go through revenue submission and we look and make sure that everything is in the black, which is great. It means we made some money this week. And all I have to do is sign my name and submit to finance, because most of the other stuff has already been taken care of. So that's one thing that I do as a park manager. So the next thing we're going to do is we can go out and check on our arrivals for the day. So I do have a 23 site campground, and so some of the things that I want to make sure is make sure who's coming in today, make sure that their site is ready for them before they arrive, and it's going to be cleaned and everything. So I'm going to print out all my arrival lists for the day, and then I also check my in-use campsites, and then I print that out and take that with me, so that when I'm going through the campground, I make sure that everybody who's supposed to be on site is on site. So we print out our reports, and then we get ready to go outside. Okay, now that we have all of our reports, I'm actually going to go to our maintenance shop right now, and I'm going to get some of the tools that we may need just in case we do need to go ahead and clean off a site. And so this is our maintenance shop that we're pulling into right now. And I'm going to grab a shovel and a bucket just in case we need to clean out a fire ring. This is usually a daily occurrence for all park rangers with all at the parks that have campgrounds. They're going to print out their reports. They're going to make sure that everybody in the campground is good, and then they're going to check the campsites to make sure that they're doing well also. But here at Chester State Park, as the park manager here, we're a very small staff, so we all work together when it comes to the park. There's not one thing that I won't do, that my rangers will do, or I won't ask my rangers to do something that I wouldn't do. And if they haven't done it before, then my job as a manager is to help them to grow in that area. And so if they need specific training on how to do something, then that's part of my job, is to make sure that they know what to do. And then as they move on, they learn and grow in other aspects as well. So again, this is something that all rangers are going to do. They're going to come to the campground, which it looks like that's just a few people here today. It's a weekday. Usually our weekends are pretty full, and had some people checking out today. So their checkout time is 12 noon. And so that's something that we try to keep on our mind as we're coming through is, are they trying to pack up? Do they need any assistance? Do they have any other questions about anything? And so I have 3 coming in today. So I have site 7, it's clean, that looks great. The next one that I have coming in today is site 17. And I have currently somebody on there and he's packing up. So he has a little bit more time to check out. And then I have site 23 coming in today, which looks like we need to stop and take a look and make sure that the site is actually clean. All right, so we're gonna check the fire ring. We're gonna check the picnic table, make sure that it's still sturdy. We're gonna check the electrical box as well, make sure that there is no issues in it left from the previous people. So let's go take a look at it. All right, so we got our tools. We got a little bit of some stuff left over. Everything, it's been raining, so I know this is cooled off. It's not gonna melt my bucket. The wood's not on fire or anything like that. I don't see any smoke. You know, I can touch it, make sure it's still cold. It's fine. So we don't want to start a fire in our either. So all right, and we leave it up to let you know it was clean. So the other thing we're going to check also is our electrical box. And, you know, we want to make sure that no one left it with a melted plug or anything like that. All I'm going to do right now is a visual inspection. I'm not going to test it with a meter. I'm not touching anything that might be electric because the power might be on. So we're just going to check it, make sure that everything's good. So as I'm doing an inspection here, it does look like I do have some melting on a 30 amp plug. This is something that now we're going to have to take a look at. I have a trip breaker, and now we're going to have to come out and actually replace this particular plug today. So this is why we do it. I know I have somebody coming in today. Sometimes this does happen, but I want to try and make sure that this is taken care of before a customer arrives. Okay, so now we've changed out that plug. I've tested everything with my meter. I'm getting a good reading. Everything's back to normal, and it's ready for the guests to come back in this afternoon. So as a manager, of course, I do have a few employees here at Chester State Park. You've already watched me kind of get a little bit dirty and getting into an electrical panel. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I do have one other employee that's actually coming around and making sure the rest of the park is taken care of. So if there's something that I can do to alleviate some of the stress on some of my employees and I can just take care of it, then that's something I'm going to do while they're doing a different task, cleaning up the park, checking on other things, and making sure everything else is doing well. So again, as a manager, it's what can I do to help my employees be successful and help the park be successful at the same time. So we're going to go check on Mr. Jerome real quick, and we're going to make sure that he's doing okay in here. It looks like he's cleaning one of the bathrooms, and then see if he needs any supplies or anything else. Hey Jerome, how are you doing today?
I'm great.
Okay.
Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Yeah. Are you good on supplies and everything? You don't need anything else? Everything's good?
That I know of.
All right.
I'll let you know if we're short on any. I did find an iPhone.
Did you?
Yeah,
okay.
Yes,
you can. Yeah, that'd be perfect. So he's found an iPhone. We're gonna put it in our lost and found. You know, we're throughout the park and trying to see everything. So sometimes we find some very valuable things, and hopefully we can get this back to a guest that came out here.
From Shelter 3. I don't know if it's from the reservation or if it's just.
Sure. So we can definitely try and see what we can do about this. Yeah, thanks, Jerome. Good find. All right, let me know if you need anything, buddy.
All right, same here.
So we're going to check on our camper cabins. We do have an arrival coming in soon. And so while I have some time, I'm going to take the opportunity to try to check on it, make sure it's clean and ready to go. I know my staff has already tried to go through and clean it, so I'm just going to double check and make sure that they have. All right. So this is our camper cabin. It's a 2-room unit that sleeps 5. And so what I'm going to do is make sure that everything is in order, that everything's been cleaned out with our microwaves and our refrigerator. Coffee pot's been cleaned out, trash has been taken out. That's a new bag. And then check on our beds for anything left underneath. And it's sturdy, nothing's broken. Doors work. So yeah, everything's good. Well, thanks for joining us today. This is just a little brief overlook of what we do on a day-to-day basis. But for the rest of the afternoon, we're going to continue our cleanup here at Setzer State Park, and we hope to see you soon.